Okay, it's reaction time. The stream will be starting soon. It's all ogre now. Genghis Rasputin, huh? Okay. So I wonder what the image has to do with the stream, I wonder. I can't tell if like the music that I'm hearing now is part of this wait screen or if it's coming from something else. So I'm gonna jump ahead to this when I get a different image. There we go.
By Krongbin and Red Rover by Black Pumas.
Sweet Shades.
One of my favorite bands right now. They're super groovy, instrumental. They take inspiration from all around the world. And,
so it looks like we've got.
Black Pumas is like a neo.
Looks like we've got. I can see through the reflection on the aviators there that looks like there's an intentional. It might even just be like a house lamp turned, out. But there's some intention behind the like making sure that dude's face is lit up and all that kind of stuff. So I mean, the point of these live streams is oftentimes to just like make lemonade with the technology or like equipment that you have available to you. So being able to see some of that intention is pretty cool. I think we would have like gotten the idea had we not been able to literally see the reflections or whatever. But obviously there's some intention to make sure that we can see this individual.
Group. So they're modern, but they sound like they're from back in the day. They're super groovy. Let me talk about the room and my gear real quick.
Yeah, please do.
So I've got black lights going and a light projector behind me.
So low key.
I'm using my webcam, which isn't great, but it gets the job
Agreed.
done. I'm using my roommate's
It's not that great.
Snowball microphone.
Oh, there it is. Nice. Kind of appreciate, as an evaluator of this stuff, like knowing right up front what you're using.
And I've got a Squire P bass. That's going to be the sponsor of today's video.
Nice.
It's good for beginners.
See, like, and doing it right, like, so I know I'm trying to force you to throw in the product placement and stuff, but it's relevant to what you're doing. You're going to play the bass and you're using a bass. That's a logical place for a sponsor to be. And you don't go out of your way to do a ton of stuff, but you really say what it's good for. The Squire is going to be good for beginners. Done. But I would have to agree with you about the webcam. Look at all the kind of like graininess that we get, all the noise in the image. Even potentially, using your phone in conjunction with OBS or something, so you can at least use the back side of the camera, the back camera, because it's a higher quality. I think you might be able to eliminate some of this fuzzy quality.
It's cheap, but it sounds good.
It's cheap, but it sounds good. All right, let's hear what you got, man.
I've been playing bass since I was a sophomore in high school. I've been teaching myself by looking up tabs and
tab guy
playing Rocksmith, and it's just a lot of fun. I've also played these two songs at open mic nights.
I might believe you more if you smiled every once in a while.
to hosting those. I'm gonna be using Spotify to play these. I'm not a sound person, so I can use the equalizer to isolate the bass on that.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Let's go ahead and get into it.
That's a smart thing to do, to use Spotify to play along. You might worry about copyright issues or some things like that eventually for live streams of this nature. But let's check it out. I like that we're getting like the album art or like the screen capture. And clearly there's some intention behind the placement of that, because he's standing in such a way where, well, it's the image is not necessarily blocking him too much. He could take a step to his right, but nice. Got a pretty good groove. I'm surprised now. This doesn't have anything to do with the live stream, but there's no like thumb action, right? You gotta use your right thumb to prop up your hand a little bit. I don't know. I'm not familiar with this bass technique, I guess, but that's a different story. Cool. Let's jump ahead and see where the song switches. And then we get the album art changing. Cool. So we could analyze the bass playing and all that, but really, like, dude took care of business right up front. Kind of gave us a little history lesson about his own, like, his musical journey a little bit. But then we learned about the sponsor through the instrument. We learned about the equipment that's being used to capture all this stuff. So there's really not much else we need except for to keep jamming with this. I don't know. Maybe the size of the image could be shrunk a little bit, so or cropped in such a way where, you know, we can see more of him playing. But really, he does a good job of making sure that he's like out of the way of where he knows that graphic is going. I'm gonna jump towards the end.
All right, I know I messed up a few times, today, but
That's all right, man.
I had fun, and I hope you did too. So thank you for tuning in. Bye.
Bye. All right, nice work.